Yes, it is. Hello, everyone. Give us a few minutes. Thank you so much for waiting. 1 second. So sorry for the delay today. We have some technical difficulties that we are getting through, and it's almost done. Thank you so much for being here. All right, I think we're all set, Michael. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for waiting, and thank you for being here with us. As everyone knows, today is Monday, and Michael Williams, AIM, and I coming together again and discuss about unpassive. Well, today is a day where we are remembering all those that had happened 22 years ago. Also, we are thinking about the people in Morocco. So we would like to take a few moments today to thinking about the people that were affected first by the tragedy 9/11 22 years ago, and also the people that are affected by the recent earthquake in Morocco as well. May God of peace and mercy to lift up those souls who have perished on this very same day 22 years ago. May they rest in peace. And also we pray that God will give them his mercy and comfort those who are living through this pain. So let's take a few seconds of silence to think about those souls. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. If you are currently watching on any YouTube channel, I believe this discussion broadcast to 17 channels as well. If you're currently watching those channels, please go ahead and click subscribe, click the bell so that we are going to do a lot of lives daily. There's a lot of channels that doing that daily. You actually could receive a lot of information. Today, Michael and I come together to talk about unpassive. You will win. And I just wanted to say hello. This is Julie coming from California, and Michael William, a friend of ours, is coming from Canada. Michael, if you could please say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here with you, Julie. I'm glad to be here to share wonderful, wonderful, wonderful information about our great company unpassive.
Absolutely. And when we talk about unpassive, and as today is Monday, everyone has already checked out our new version of unpassive.com. A lot of positive, beautiful comments coming in that it is so cool. The color is so beautiful. It's very interactive. So we do hope that you have already has a chance to check out the website. Also, we have heard words around that unpassive Oak Connect app is right now available on the Apple Store and the Android Google Play Store. So if anyone who have already downloaded previous app, those are not correct. You might want to delete those apps before you download the Oak Connect app. Further information we'll be giving out. The best place to be is in our ecosystem and check out the updates. That's the best place that you want accurate information. It's all there. So we just wanted to bring this out. Michael, today we're talking about unpassive, you will win. When talking about winning, people always running, thinking about money. And I know this is the very first time we even brought the word money into our place. To me, winning in on passive is so much more so much more than just money, Michael. And so let's start it there so we can just get the topic money out of the place so that the people that actually listening to this, they can see more than just the money part. So let's just get the money part out of the way, Michael.
Absolutely, Julie. We know in on passive, when we say that you will win, the money part is already taken care of. We know that part is a done deal, right? We know that people will be able to generate, whatever income they need to take care of themselves and their family and so on. So that's a done deal. We don't need to focus per se on the money aspect because we should know all of that by now, right? But winning is a lot more than money. We have to realize, all the value that is produced, because without the value, the money doesn't come, right? So if you focus on the money and then there's no value, the money doesn't come, right? And this is why the company has made sure they've spent enough time, right? More than enough time on producing value-driven products, products where people will come and people will pay money for it, Julie, even if there's no financial gain to them directly from utilizing the products. And that's exactly what you want. People run around and they buy an iPhone, but they're not buying the iPhone because, Apple is going to be paying them, any type of compensation. They're buying it because they want to use the phone. Okay. And so that's what we want with our products, where people will come, and they will purchase it because they want to use it. And that's what we're going to see. So let's just keep the idea that value. Let's keep the idea of customers, right? When we focus on that aspect of the business, we definitely will win.
Absolutely, Michael. And the journey that we both have been, and so many people have been witness and going through, we do understand that winning has to take time, has to have the solid foundation. And that's exactly what On Passive has been doing the past years, is building that solid foundation, starting from the physical location, the infrastructure of it, and then the people around it to bring this winning to its fruition. So let's talking about the foundation of this company.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it all started with our CEO, Mr. Ashman Farah, his idea, his vision, and bringing something different to the marketplace. To be able to help people get out of that financial rut that they're in, to help people, be in a situation whereby, corruption is not the focal point, where money is not the focal point. But again, how can we help? If we can produce better products in the marketplace, that in turn helps the customers, the users, right? So they'll get benefit from it, whether the company makes a dime or not. What if the company just simply breaks even from everything that it does, even take losses in some cases, but as long as the customers them are winning, the users them are winning, that's the main point. So you start with that foundation by having the right principles in place, right? And then you put the right building blocks on top of it, by having that corporate structure, by bringing together the teams of people that are caring, teams of people that, they look forward to coming to work because they know that their job, right, their task at hand is going to make a difference in so many people's lives around the world. So when you bring all of that together, you bring in the partnerships, you bring in the branding campaigns, just everything that the company has been doing up until this point, you can't help but win, Julie. Failure then becomes completely not an option.
Absolutely. When we all started witnessing this company On Passive, we have seen the visions from our CEO, but also the people, the executive team that coming together, and the valuable talent and knowledge that they have. And that's where the foundation of On Passive is, because not just you think of an idea and you go out there and you you execute it. You literally putting visions together, goals together, and makes that happen in order for us to have this foundation in today's day. Now, let's come in talking about the values of on passive producing through the products that are coming out. Everybody that come into on passive immediately has already get access to the products of on passive.
Absolutely. And so you start out with offering products for free, right? You just can't beat free. People are willing to come and explore when it's free. It's not costing them anything, so there's no risk on their part, right? So when they come in and they can take a look at old mail, they can take a look at old net, they can take at old trim, and see what makes sense for them. We know that everyone has an email address, right? Everyone uses email in one way or another, right? Some people extensively, some people maybe just a little bit, sometimes just need to validate something that you're purchasing, etc., right? But everyone pretty much have an email, okay? So whether it's Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, whatever the case is, people are using it in some way, right? And so we know that in on passive, right, that is a done deal. That is easy for someone to say, okay, what are the benefits of me using on passive old mail, right, versus say using Gmail, right? So we know we have products that people, every single person on this planet, will have a need, or at least a reason anyways, to take a look at on passive. And it starts with old mail, okay? To get into our ecosystem, you have to create an old mail ID. That is such a brilliant idea, right? When we get to the point where we're verifying our users, again, so that we know who we're working with, we know who we're communicating with, and so on. We can create our own private communities and so on, right? So this is the brilliance of on passive, is you start out with that. Give people access. Here you go. Take a look, take a look, take a look. It's free, right? And then you start to bring in some of the higher intensive products, such as OConnect, that you bring in a paid version to it, because obviously the company still has to make money. They still have to bring revenue in to be able to continue to pay the staff, pay for the offices, and all those founding members, all those individuals who've come along for the journey to help us build what we have today, to be able to reward them as well. So you have to also have paid products. You can't be in business and where everything is free. But it's certainly good to have the option where you're going to have a lot of customers who come, right? And they are utilizing the free products, and they have the option to purchase other products that they see that may be of benefit to them. So on passive is doing everything right. The foundation has been laid, the free products are at the foundation of the company, and now you build on top of it with paid products. So it's simply brilliant, Julie.
It is, and also the brilliant part of it is the advertisement that come from on passive. Michael, we have been witnessed, from unlimited, the amount of on passive has been done to market its name. It's a branding part of it. We're partnering with major company organizations, major brand out there to bring on passive to the world. And we have witnessed, like literally in Burj Khalifa show, where the government individuals who came and visit or walk around the street, and you see people taking pictures, which has on passive right behind it. It's brilliant. The marketing part of it is something that I could not fathom, could not imagine. And I have never seen any company that spent so much money and also literally it's kind of like on your face type of marketing, Michael.
Well, you have a train station that wears your name, right? Yeah. The train station is blanketed with on passive logos, right? So just think of that, the millions of people going through there. Okay, your next train stop is on passive. It's going to become a name that will ring through in people's mind all the time, because it becomes part of their life, right? Whether they want to or not, if they have a reason to go to get off at that particular train stop, that's forever embedded in their brain, right? That's brilliant marketing, you understand? And strategically placed throughout Dubai in various locations that a lot of tourists, so they're always seeing that name. They're doing independent videos on, top 10 things to do in Dubai. Okay, and chances are you'll probably see an on-passive logo in there somewhere because of how the company has strategically placed its ads, right? So the company knows what they're doing. That's why we're still here 5 years later, Julie, and we'll continue to grow, right? So I'm looking forward to the next 5 years, what it's going to bring to the world.
Yes, and no company has ever launched to the world that have millions of prepay customer or new customers in line. And that company is only on passive. Now, Michael, a lot of people may be watching the conversation that we're talking about here. We have named some of the big wins, some of the milestone in on passive, but they might ask, how do I win? How do I win? You're talking about the win of on passive, but I'm here sitting at home. I'm looking for an opportunity. I'm looking for a place to be, to actually have the win, or just to have, so that I know that my next paycheck or my next month I have something to cover. So how do we actually tackle this? Because we are in it. We already see how we are going to win. But a lot of people who are on the fence or not in it don't see that win like we do. Then the question is, how do they win?
You just have to come on the inside, Julie, right? come to where the winning is, right? If there was a place where that everyone is winning, right? Everyone who enters that place, they're just winning. Why would that not be a place where you want to be, right? Clearly, you want to at least investigate it, right? You at least want to come and check it out. And that's why we opened the door freely, Julie, right? So that anyone can come in and take a look around without having to, take out their credit card or their wallet. They can just come and be at ease, knowing that no one is going to be hammering them, forcing them, coercing them, any of that into buying anything. It's free. Come take a look, and so that's the beauty of on passive. People can come and look, and if they see something that makes sense to them, then they stick around even longer. It's like you go into a place, Julie, you're like, I'm not sure if it's going to be, all that, that I think is going, but you know what, I'm going to go anyways. And so you get there, it's like, oh, this is better than I thought. You know what, I think I'll stay a little longer. So you spend maybe an extra hour, and then like you're really enjoying yourself, so you stay even longer than that, right? And that's on passive, right? People come in through the door, they look around, it's like, okay, interesting, right? And they continue to look, and they start to see things that they like, and so they end up staying with us. That's how people will actually win, Julie, depending on what they're looking for. So if people are looking for these types of products, absolutely they'll win with it because they're going to get products that's better than what's in the marketplace. If they're looking for additional income stream, okay, they can certainly get that as well by coming in and having the company do all the heavy lifting for them, and generating customers that way as well. And when a customer comes in that makes a purchase that constitutes a sale, which simply means that someone generates a commission. So regardless of what they're looking for, Julie, we have something for them. On passive really is the only way going forward.
Talking about the win, Michael, personally, I have never followed the trend. Well, no, let me say this. I follow the trend and I'm always fail, right? I follow the trend of real estate. I follow the trend of cryptocurrency. I follow the trend of a lot of things, but I never make it. Or even if I make it, I make a little. On passive is a new trend, and on passive is the first trend that I follow, and I can see the road ahead of me is the winning road. The other trend that I'm following, I won, but won very little, and it's only a certain amount of time and certain amount of moment only, but I didn't get to see the road ahead of me. On passive is where I can see it, and it is a new trend. What's your thought to that statement I made?
Absolutely, Julie, because if we keep following what's out there in the marketplace, right, you're going to end up with the same results over and over again, and we know that is factual, that the majority of people, no matter what they're engaged in, the majority are not winning. Pick anything, right? And that is applicable. We know that in real estate, that there are some folks making millions of dollars in real estate, right? Some people, even billions, right? But the vast majority certainly are not. People join MLM companies, network marketing companies, and we know the vast majority of them, they're not making anything. Anywhere from 67% up to 87% of people there are literally not making anything, and then you have a handful of people, Julie, who are actually winning there in those types of businesses, right? But that's not what we're about. We don't want on passive to be where, 10 to 15% of the people that are going to win. Not at all, because that would be just like everything else that's out there. On passive is different. On passive is a place where you will win. Everyone will win. Not 99%, Julie, but 100% of the people that are in on passive will win. That is factual, right? And all people have to do is come take a closer look and see for themselves why it is a fact.
Michael, you and I have been in on passive. You started over 5 years ago. I'm a little bit behind you, and I know you have already experienced the win. So, being who we are today, and talk about it. If you don't mind sharing, what has been your win so far in on passive? And I'll share mine after.
Let's just say, Julie, that there are people in on passive that are making more than what some folks around the world make in an entire year. So in 1 week, there are folks that have made more than what some people have actually done in an entire year. So it's an incredible place, right? But again, that's not money out of thin air. I mean, that's people who've put in the work. People have put a lot of effort into it and done a great job in pre-building their customer base, their team of users for this wonderful business. And as we continue to move forward, more and more people are going to be winning on that same level. That's the beautiful thing about on passive, is that there's so much room at the top. The top is not for a handful of people. It's not for a small percentage. It really is for everyone. Everyone in on passive can't all be at the top, because that's so big, that's so wide, that's so deep the top is, that it can accommodate, it can fit everyone, Julie. It's not, again, like those other businesses out there. And there are some great businesses out there, Julie, don't get me wrong. There's some great products, companies with great products out there. But the fact is, the majority of people just don't win because the model isn't set up right. On passive was designed specifically to allow every single person who comes in to win. So that makes a huge difference. Those other companies, they're not designed that way, right? They're really designed so that the company wins. Take any company, take Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, take all these giants, Amazon, right? And who's doing the winning, right? The company. Companies win, 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 win. They put up more products and more products and more products. People get them, but are they really winning with those products? You have someone who go buy an iPhone, and then a couple of years later to buy another one, a couple of years to buy another one. So they keep spending money, Julie, over and over again. And who keeps winning from that, right? It's the company. So on passive says, we can do better, right? There is a better way to do things. And if we know better, then we should do better. And so that's exactly what the company is. So winning in on passive has been fantastic from a financial standpoint, and also, from the people, that we've met along the way. We've met some great people all over the world. So we'll just keep winning, Julie.
Yes, Michael. And one of the things that on passives wish for the people that involve in on passive is to be the best version of yourself. And I wanted to take this opportunity to say I have won so much in on passive. Financially, I've won, the opportunities to get to know people around the world. And actually, there is also an opportunity to know more about myself. I was not able to do what I do today being on the live, going on the stage, talking to hundreds of people in Maryland years ago, like imagine 2 years ago. I wasn't outspoken. But I was able to do that. Also, I, I learned so much more about myself, the potential about you being who you are every single day. I thought I was very introverted, shy individuals. However, I can go out there, I can talk to anyone, I can start a conversation with it. I think that was the biggest win for me personally. The second win for me too, I mean, of many, not just, I'm not really counting down the number, but there's many, many. But one's on top of my head is that I have the ability to think further than where I am today. I can use on passive tools, services to literally develop my entire career, like develop a brand new business, whether or not, doing real estate or a total new platform, even if I need to. And there's just an endless of wins in on passive so far, based on what we've learned, based on the leaderships, based on the relationship, the connections with people around the world. And then, total freedom is what everyone's of us are looking for. And like I said, we get to see part of our the road ahead of us, where we're heading, and we can make plan, and we can actually not only just making plan that manifest it can happen, because we believe in on passive, we believe in the vision, we believe in the missions that on passive is doing, and it helping us grow. Because have we ever thought about traveling, for example, across the country to go help, other countries around the world, to be able to help other organizations with on passive? What is in front of us, we know that we can do that, and that's a win.
On passive allows us to expand our imagination, right? That's what it does. There isn't anything that's too big, for us that we cannot accomplish because of the access that on passive is granting us, right? So it helps people to think bigger, Julie. When people are just thinking, well, if I can just, pay the monthly bills, I'm good. People can think beyond that. People can start planning towards their retirement savings. People can start planning, how they can help their communities. People can start planning, outreach that they can do, and so on. So it allows them to think bigger, Julie. No longer is this small little circle that you box yourself in, but you can expand beyond that and realize that, yeah, there is a lot that you that you can do, throughout your community as well as the globe, and so that is a huge win, because for most people it would be impossible. For most people it would be impossible. You rarely get a true chance in life to really make it. I think it was a James Bond movie I was watching, and at the end of it, No Time to Die, I believe. And at the end of it, because he died, and there, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, but anyways, he made the comment about people going through life and just existing, right? Whereby they should be living, and that's one of the things with the James Bond character, that he's always living, and that's what we should be doing. We should be living our lives, not just existing. And on passive gives us the ability, Julie, to actually do that, to actually start living life, actually start enjoying life, to sometimes helping people. Some folks, get enjoyment out of that. We've been telling people for years, Julie, that yes, it is possible. You can become an automatic internet millionaire. It is possible. You can automate the sales process. You can be on the beach somewhere while you generate an income and all. We've been telling people this for years, right? And here on passive is making that a reality for so many, Julie. So, yeah, we are winning. And we're winning in a big way, and we get to win even more by having as many people as possible come along with us, and that's fantastic.
Absolutely, Michael. And And while we're talking about the winning, I just want to pause this really quick to let everyone know that if you have been downloading any apps that has on passive or any product of on passive, those are not official on passive app. As everyone remember, our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, say that the only official announcement or app that will be coming out, that will be in our ecosystem. If you have downloaded any app previously, on passive app, we're not here to stop anyone doing anything they want to, but we wanted you to know that the on passive app out there are not official. And you could choose to delete them or keep them however you like. But if you are a non-passivian, you understand that there's only official information that come out from the corporate. So in order for all of us to proceed with the app of on passive, like the O Connect app is coming out, let's just wait and see the official announcement from the corporate office. All right, so that we can proceed on the next step. Now, Michael, recently you have written an email out to a lot of people, and I wanted to take that and share that with everyone who are currently watching. If you are in on passive, you know where to find that information. I'm actually going to bring it here while I'm getting to it. You know what I'm talking about, Michael. Being in on passive, being part of on passive, you will win. You will win because to me, I understand when I in on passive, I take on passive as my own business. I'm putting 100% of my effort in. However, there are folks that believe that on passive will do it all. To me, you will win if you put the effort in, whether or not you can only put 25%. Or for me, I'm putting 100% of my effort in, and on passive will put its 20,000 or 200% of its effort into helping, because that's their vision and that's their mission. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little time to pull that up, but I would like you to talk a little bit about, what does that mean by putting your effort into what you're doing will win you bigger time or faster, maybe?
Yeah, so let's say you have an income goal in mind. Okay, let's just call it X, right? And so you have this goal, and it's going to take you, by the company doing everything for you, let's say it's going to take you 5 years to reach X, okay, to accomplish that goal. So that's the company doing everything for you. So it would make sense that if I added some of my own effort into it, right? If I added some of my effort to it, then therefore I'm multiplying that X, okay? As far as being able to get there faster than that 5-year period, right? If I'm doing more work, it simply means that more sales will be generated, more customers are coming in, all of that. So therefore, I'm going to get to X much quicker than that 5-year target. So whether that's 5 years, 4 years, 10 years, right, whatever that time frame is, right, if that's how long the company will take to help me get there by me rolling up my sleeve and just doing a little bit, it doesn't have to be no massive effort. It doesn't mean that you are some super marketer and none of that stuff, folks, right? All we're doing is giving away free accounts. So if you can find a way to get the information out to people so that they see that, oh, okay, it's for free, sure, I'll open up an account and see what this is all about. And that's really it. So as you continue to do that, you're certainly going to win faster, right? And that's the key, right? You want to win faster. You want to win as fast as possible, okay? Because once you find something that is good, you find something that is working, something that is solid, something that is clean, something that is ethical, Julie, then you can put your all into it, right? We know a lot of stuff out there is sketchy, right? And so, to put all your effort into something that is sketchy, that's just being silly, let's say, okay? Because chances are it's going to disappear on you. But when you find something such as on passive, right? And I've not found another on passive out there, by the way. So when you find something like on passive, then yeah, it makes sense to roll up your sleeves, give it all you got. Now, it doesn't mean that your all is the same as mine or the same as Julie's. Okay, your all is your all. So whatever that may be, okay, but you put that in and you're going to win faster. The good thing is, or the good news is that the company's got your back. You know you're going to get there because it's a done deal. But by me doing a little, right, or whatever that I can, I'm going to get there faster. So why wouldn't I want to get there faster? Right? It only makes sense, right? And so that's what we're talking about by saying, if you help yourself, you will win faster, right? That, Julie, that just makes sense to me. Right? It just makes sense.
Absolutely. And the more I'm reading what you're talking about, the facts, you list all the facts when you wrote this, Michael. They're all facts, and facts always true because that's the facts. So here's you are, everyone, facts, okay? And the new hashtag is you will win, and absolutely you will win. So here's the facts. If you have customers, you will win, right? Team, you will win. No team, you will win. Help yourself, you will win faster. Company marketing efforts, you will win. One account, whether or not you are a customer or you are an early bird, you will win. Multiple accounts, if you have multiple accounts, if you own multiple accounts as a customer, one's for personal, one for business, for example, you will win. If you purchase OConnect is our revolutionary video conference, you will win, right? No OConnect, you still will win. Each account, separate entity, you will win, like I just said earlier. What you do one, you do for all. If you have one account, two accounts, three accounts, if you do one, you focus on one, and then you do for all the others. Put the effort, whatever your efforts as you can. On passive is the only way. You cannot win if you are not in. All we do is win, win, win. And absolutely, on passive is the gift that keeps on giving. So today we're talking about on passive, you will win. There are many, many ways that you will win in on passive.
Absolutely, Julie, absolutely. And, and as I sat there and these thoughts came to me, one fact after the other. So how can you not win with on passive? Like really, how can you not win? So it only makes sense that I want to be in. It only makes sense that I want to share it with other people so that they can be in because I want them to win also, right? So it just makes sense, right? And as we go through life, like I said, you want people around you that's also winning. You don't want to be the only one that wins. You know what I mean? Like you just don't. To be doing anything by yourself, all to yourself, it's a boring way to live. It really is. You know what I mean? I want to be able to go have lunch with other people, not by myself. I want to go to dinner with other people, not by myself. I want to play games with other people, not by myself, and so on, right? As we travel, you want to travel with other people. Can you imagine going on a vacation, Julian? It's just you. You're the only person on that island. You just you, yourself, like that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? You want to be engaged. You want to have other people around you. You see when they put people in these what is it? Old age homes, right? That's it. Yeah, I think so.
Senior home.
Right. Yeah. Okay. When you put them there, Julie, when they're isolated, right? Stats have shown that they pass away much quicker, right? Than when they have their family around them, when they're engaged, their brain is still working, all of that stuff. They live longer, right? They live longer by doing that. There was a gentleman, I was watching this documentary and he went around different parts of the world and he was looking at, these people that are living beyond age 100, and just looking at, their lifestyle, what they were doing. There are people at age 95, people over 100 that were still working, you know what I mean, like chopping wood. And I was like, wow, it's just crazy, Julie. They're gardening. Can you imagine somebody over 100 years old and they're still gardening, right? You know, so they were engaged, they were active, you know, and also, you know, their diet, what they were eating, right? But when you look at it all, they're around people, they're around others, they're not isolated by themselves, you know. And when they were in a position where they were actually by themselves, they were deteriorating, Julie. And as soon as the community came together, you know, and integrated them within the community, so there's a lot of interaction going on, communication going on, these people start to live again, right? And yeah, they were living longer than age 100. So it's amazing to see. And that's what we want in On Passive. Our wish for people is long life, you know, but not just long life for long life's sake, right? You want to have a healthy life, you know what I mean? You have good quality of life, you know, and so it makes a difference. And so we want everyone to win so that we can all interact with each other. We can all be there for each other, to help each other. You know, that's a good thing. You know, so I'm telling you, On Passive is more than just the money. Yeah, you need the money, no doubt, because you can't, you know, pay your bills with kindness. You know what I mean? You actually need money for that, right? But just knowing that we have so many like-minded people that are going towards a common goal, you know, that is great, Julie. And so I look forward to those times where we'll be, you know, interacting, and what Julie, Susie says, you know, that F word, right? Fun, fun, fun. You know, there's nothing like that, you know, and that's what we're working towards.
Yep, actually what Michael said about the people at old age and then, you know, they're doing that's also the facts, because yes, there is an island in, I believe in Japan, Okinawa Island, the region, you know, people 105 riding bicycle, chopping woods. Yeah, also the fact that, you know, when you are living a really good life, you make better choices in terms of what kind of food you are putting in, you know, and also the people around. You know, what do they say when you hugging someone? You know, if you receive or give hugs a day, you actually can get 10 more years of life to it. It's a fact. I mean, like there's so much, but On Passive giving us that opportunity to be able to do that. By the way, there is another important fact that I didn't want to mention in the writing of Michael Williams, but I'll save it till the end. What I'm trying to say here is that with On Passive in our life, we're all happier. We expanding, like you said, expanding our interest. Now, we all know that the product O Connect has launched to the world. It is live. Many of us are purchasing that product and using it. Now, a lot of people might be saying, you know, I'm using this and I'm using that. I don't really need 10,000. But think about it. You bought a product for you to use. It's not all about your needs. It's about the people that you're sharing that product to, right? It's you know, we can just use anything. We can FaceTime people, but it's really truly for the people that you're sharing the product to. For example, you know, we all have something we love in life. I mean, could be from soccer. It could be from just getting together with someone, chit chat and talking. Instead of you calling someone on the phone, you could invite them to O Connect. You actually see each other. For example, what about love stories from across the world? You know, we do have many couples are actually connected and now they're in relationship with each other, but they don't have a chance to see or meeting each other, you know, physically yet, but they actually can go on to O Connect and do that. So the product of On Passive are creating not just for us as the users, but for the people that don't know much about the product, for the people, because there are people out there that needs the On Passive products. Because of what? Because On Passive has already done and continue to do their research and development in order to have that. Michael, I got to take a call really quick just regarding this. Go ahead if you could please expand on this subject as well, Michael.
Sure, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, we all know that there, you know, billions of dollars in this space, right? In the audio video conference space. Billions of dollars that are generated, and they're expecting that space to expand even more, to double, as a matter of fact, by the year 2027. That's just a few years away. So can you imagine, seeing the market grow to $20 billion, because that's what they're projecting that it will be, right? We are in that space now with OConnect, right? So there's a lot on the table, for us to be able to participate in. And that just tells me that more and more people are using this. So there is a demand, there's a need for it, right? If there wasn't a need, there was no point in creating the product. So we have to look at the marketplace, look at the globe. Communication is being expanded, as each year go by. More and more people are able to communicate with others, around the world. That's a good thing, folks. So we can help bring communication into communities, that there was a void, right? So, we can fill that void. So there's a lot that we can do. You having concerts, concerts will be streamed over OConnect. There's no doubt about it. That's going to happen, folks, where you can have 100,000 people. Can you imagine 100,000 people in one location, like a physical location, right? There could be some issues with that, right? As opposed to now you're doing it through video conferencing, right? The quality is there. People be able to still see, people be able to still hear, they'll be able to do whatever they would at a physical concert, but be obviously a lot more safer, and ticket prices will be less as well, and not just concerts, but the same can be done for sporting events and so on. There's a lot of applications that this will accommodate. There's no doubt about that. Schools, right? Schools will be using OConnect. Politicians, they'll be using OConnect. So there's so much, Julie, when we think about it. And that's what we're saying. This planet, people everywhere will be using it. Just like the internet, when the internet was in its infancy, not a lot of people was using the internet, but it has grown now to over 5 billion people and counting, right? So that's going to continue. And as more and more people have access to internet, this is going to be a viable product for them. So we're certainly going in the right direction. And then we know that there's other products that are coming, Julie, that will fit in nicely with OConnect. So they'll work synergistically together to give people, the best possible experience. And that's what it's all about. So hang on, folks, because there's more to come.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Michael. Actually, that was a call from Marty. Just wanted to remind everyone once again, if you have previously downloading any OnPassive app, whether or not, products on your iPhone or your Android phone or on your phone, on your mobile particularly, and also on your desktop, it's best for you to go back and delete them, and then waiting for the new information will be released from our corporate. All right. Once again, there's a lot of things out there. However, if you have already downloaded them, please go back and delete them, even on your mobile or on your desktop. And then more information to come. And the best place to be is in OnPassive ecosystem. And if you're currently watching this and you don't have access to the ecosystem, best is to get back with someone who shared this information with you, because they can work with you and guide you through this entire journey, because there is so much to learn, so much to process. I mean, so much to learn is for some of us who wants to learn the informations, for all of us who wants to literally adapting to this new information, new trend, and this new normal. All right. Anything else would you like to share, Michael? And I'll wrap it up with the last important facts that you gave us.
No, I think we've said a lot today. The hashtag "you will win." I mean, that just sums it all up. As I said before, who wouldn't want to be win? I wouldn't want a hashtag that says "you will lose." I think not, right? So I certainly would participate in something whereby I know that I will win. And that is the case here in On Passive, that all you have to do is get in, take a look. It's free to do so, and see how you will win.
Absolutely. You will win because On Passive is a real company. We have a real CEO, we have real staff, real products, real partners, real customers, real sales, real commissions, real help to unlimited people around the world that is going to help us save money, save time, work more effectively and more efficiently. So all you have is be in it, be in On Passive, enjoy the ecosystem and explore. If you're currently in On Passive in that ecosystem, the best recommendations that Michael and I and a lot of people will say is get to know your ecosystem, get to know your product, and get together with a few friends. Remember, when you're sharing something to a friend, it's not about you, it's about the needs of other people that you share it to. So continue to enjoy the journey of On Passive. Thank you so much, Michael, for being here with me every Monday. Thank you everyone for tapping in and stay in touch with us. Please click subscribe to the channel and click the bell because live is going live all day, every day, almost every hour. So continue to share On Passive with other people. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay on top of things and know your products. Love you all. God bless. Thank you.